personal development?
What do I do for personal development? I try to read, but I never have time. I've been reading The New Jim Crow like for the past year.
So you don't do that then?
Personal development? Oh no, so reading. So no, I mean, I try to read, but I have to read so much content in a day, from resumes to stuff with pharmaceuticals, about new drugs, clinical protocol. At the end of the day, I'm just like, I can't even think about reading anything. I just want to aimlessly just like sink into my bed. But I would say reading is something I like to do for personal development, because you learn a lot from text. The number one thing though I do is have conversations with people. There's a quote again out there somewhere that somebody said, that I don't know who, that even a child can teach you something if you allow them to.
Said by Gandhi.
That was Gandhi?
I don't know.
Oh.
Just put a name in there.
Okay, well, somebody said it, and I like conversing with people. I talk to doctors. I talk to people that society deems as unintelligent. I'll talk to a waiter. I'll talk to a coffee barista. I'll talk to a security guard.
Remember that guy? When we went to brunch that one time?
Who? Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn, I wish I could.
Yeah, makeup artists. I remember that. Makeup artists, people who work at Target.
Yeah, and you networked that way with him, right?
I got his Instagram, and I can't remember what came from that, but I got his Instagram for some odd reason. But I like to have conversations with people, because in every conversation I learn something about myself. I learn something about the world. My favorite thing to do right now is to go to my uncle's house and talk to him about politics.
I love that,
because that man knows a lot of information, and I learned stuff about Nigerian politics that I didn't know exist. I learned stuff about like the medical industry that I didn't know existed, or the pharmaceutical industry, especially when it comes from a different perspective. It's always nicer. So I would say that's the number one thing I do. Number two is read when I can, and the third thing, I'm not rigid.
Yes.
I'm super flexible. I'm not flexible with my morals though. Right is right to me, and wrong is wrong, but I'm always open to listening to what other people have to say. I'm always open to listening to another person's side. I may not always agree, but I'm always
the fact
open.
That you leave it open.
I always leave it, always. I will always leave a conversation open for dialogue to understand another person's perspective. And I think it's important I know a lot of people who are rigid. Like, they know what they like, and they'll stay there, and they do what they do, and they'll do that. I think that affects them in their career when you're not allowing somebody else to teach you, or allowing somebody else to guide you, or allowing somebody else to let you say, hey, you may not see it, but I'm trying to tell you this is a better direction for you. So I would advise people with personal development to be less rigid. It does nothing for you. So.
Okay. Those are some good things. Let's try to read more here.
But I really am trying. It's hard, but I can only blame myself.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, do you read articles and stuff like that?
I read articles for work that I have to, but a lot of times, I'm not even gonna lie, I skim, and then I have to read people's resumes, and then I have
none of
to.
it's like pleasure reading.
No, I think I love reading when it's something that I want to read.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love reading stuff with my work, but sometimes when it's so science focused all the time, it's like,
when someone makes you do it, it's not that exciting.
It's not that exciting, but I do like learning about new therapies and new like stuff going on in the pharmaceutical industry. But sometimes it's just like every single day when you're reading the same thing, it's like, oh gosh, can we get like a Judy mood in there? Whatever we used to read when we were kids. Judy Moody.
That treehouse book.
Yeah, but I like public health books and social justice books and books about careers.
Yeah.
So yeah.